Right, this time I'm probably not gonna even use the headphones. Might just leave the headphones. Yeah, I'm thinking of just leaving the headphones this time. Because the headphones are useless and the only thing is still my voice, but I don't think it's that useful. Yeah, I think I'll put the headphones there. We're running at 10.5 this time, so slightly faster than yesterday. "18 minutes, we've reached 3 miles, which is basically 5 kilometers. There you go. There you go. Okay, so we ran at 10.5 this time. And look, we beat it by like around 2 minutes or so. Well, actually, it really depends, but we did it. Again, unfortunately, the mic was not really with us today. It's alright. Average calories. So 6.14 again. So there you go. Those are the stats. Yeah, we haven't added any vertical. Maybe next time we add like one vertical. But overall, 9.87 kilometers run. Elapsed time 36.17, 36 minutes. So we're getting faster. Distance, yep. And average pace is 549. I don't know what that means. Average calories per hour. Wow. Okay. Yep. All right. Cool. Done. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really wet, but this time we have no headphones on. So definitely without headphones, it's good without headphones because headphones suck up all the sweat, and it's pretty bad. But anyways, this time nothing really hurts too badly. I I guess you could say the only problem is the mic, because now the mic isn't right next to my mouth, so I can't really like motivate, say anything. But without the headphones, it's definitely not bad because the headphones doesn't absorb any of the sweat. And yeah, I think the only pain is kind of the left foot again. It is what it is, and also my traps and back. It's like sore, more sore. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not bad, not bad. You know, we've already gone past the dopamine stage, as I've already said many times. First time it happens, exciting. Second time it happens, great. And then now it's kind of just like, it is what it is. So I think tomorrow and the next day is going to be the same kind of it is what it is moment because I really enjoy not using the headphones while running. Mainly because it's not like, it's a bit more free. Only thing is just, yeah, the mic issue, you know? I can't really like talk while running. I mean, I think I can still can, but it's like, there's nowhere else to really clip the mic besides the headphones. But the headphones during the run is actually way annoying. So again, no light without dark for that. everything else seems about right. I'll talk to you guys soon about the. I'll talk in the weight section, right? I mean, like I said though, right? We've broke the pattern recognition. We've we've broke the dopamine already. So getting all like saying I won't stop until my body dies, right? That was that was good at the beginning because we never did it before, right? But now that we've done it before, we just get faster and we're like, well, now I know that my heart can easily handle it because I haven't died yet. But maybe I can go faster tomorrow. So today we went zero point 0.5 extra speed and it was alright. Okay, yeah, anyways, just gotta drink the water and see how it goes. You know? Alright, I'm gonna have to go dark. You guys already know Joe. Oh, how refreshing. Dry headphones. Can you believe it? I don't think you guys can. Oh, that's actually really nice. Ah, isn't it lovely? Headphones are nice and dry. First time they're not soaked. By the way, look at this mask bag. By the way, the mask is such a carry during cardio because it just absorbs all the sweat. I mean, along with the towel and shirt, right? But like, man, this mask is balaclava mask definitely did the work, and especially putting in a plastic Ziploc bag. That makes it even better because now nothing leaks into anything. The jacket won't absorb the sweat. All the sweat stays in here, and all I do is when I get back to HQ, I just open a bag and flip upside down, and then it drops into the basket. Ah, I like that. I do like that dry headphones. That definitely makes me a bit more satisfied with that result. Dry headphones. Oh, what's wrong with you? Tripod is loose? Ah, it is. Okay, that part is loose. I'm gonna have to go fix that. It's alright. Seems like that part of the tripod always gets loose. I think it's because I need to tighten it more with a screwdriver. Yeah, that is gonna be a problem. Perhaps I can find a way to. Maybe it's about time I use that a secondary upgrade. Because remember, we did buy that. We did buy that other L bracket upgrade, and that L bracket upgrade might help with this situation. But the situation is not too hard to fix. All I have to do is just kind of lift you off the tripod for a bit. I just have to do the screw like a couple. Yeah, this is like one of the only gym songs that I don't mind too much. Except I don't even know what the hell it says. I just know that it sounds kind of interesting. Kind of sounds a bit catchy, but who cares? So it's irrelevant. Must go find the attachment. So apparently, when it comes to the diet stuff, oh hold on, shut up. Just do this first. Nah, when it comes to the 20 plate, can't do landmine with the 20 plate because the 20 plate is so tall that like I can't bring it closer to me without it hitting me. So I have to drink water and I have to talk and drink water. What's more priority? Water. Yeah, water first. Water first because I'm about to. See, look, I could bring this right up to my mouth. If you want to do it better, use a 5 plate. Okay, can we talk yet? Maybe. Just wait. By the way, we drank the water so fast. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see how fast we drank that water? Okay. Whew. Oh man. Alright. It's very quiet today at the gym. It's quiet. It is what it is. Okay, so water? Yeah, water. Alright, so when it comes to the food, right? Okay. When it comes to calories, we are going to be increasing the calories. I know, right? We're supposed to be cutting, but supposedly our calories is supposed to be around 2,000 to 3,000, which is actually kind of surprising. And 1,900 isn't going to cut it, especially since the regime has changed a bit. I think we're going to be increasing our calories to. Actually, apparently 1,900 is too low, but I already get enough protein. Okay. Probably gonna go with like I think I wrote down that we increase it to 2,000, but maybe 2,200 or 2,100, or I just really go with. I'm gonna have to ask my friend. No, I mean I have to ask Sensei about it. There's definitely something to note is that we should eat. We should just stick. Okay, what am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. All I know is that we really should just stick to a number and see how it goes. So we could stay at 1,100, but I'm pretty sure we have to go around 2,000 to 2,100 calories, somewhere around there, because if we cut too much, it won't work. Like that. So probably increase calories to like something. First time I'm on the phone. I'll figure it out later. But all I know is that we definitely gonna be doing the calorie stuff later. So pause. Should be drinking water as well. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, for the calories we really have to like just measure. Okay, I think it's either edging around 2,000 to 2,100. But then apparently our maintenance is 2,300. So if we minus it by, well, no, apparently our calories is actually way higher than it should like be. I don't know. It's not really sure. I mean, we could check our weight, but we have definitely increased weight from a lot now. But it's like we're feeling a lot better after feeling a lot better for the past couple of days with this regime. Whole body sore, everything sore, but you know, it is what it is. It's good. Okay, so more water. So now we're on 5. Okay, cool. Anything else to talk about? Not really. Just drink water. Oh, we got a lot of water to catch up on. Went down the wrong hole. Yep, we're bloated. Oh, yeah, we're bloated. Man, that was like 0.6 kgs just down like that. Again, calories is definitely a bit scuffed. 1,900 calories doesn't do it. Probably have to increase it. I'm not really sure. I'll see. Apparently, though, we actually have to like increase it, but there's no specific rule. But yeah, so instead of 1,900, probably go to around 2,000, 2,100, because our maintenance is like 2,500, something like that. I don't know. Whenever I explain my routine in training, the AI thinks I'm like crazy or something. Probably because the regime does take around 4 hours to finish. You guys only see half of it. You don't see the rest of the training at home. Well, at HQ. Except the agents. Agents get to see everything. But you guys can't. This time? This time I'm feeling like. Not feeling. What am I saying? There's no such thing as feelings. Gotta be a bit more stoic. Yesterday I was doing some data testing, not data, framework testing, right? Tested out some kind of intelligence thing, AI. Basically, they said something like, I'm not human, or, my human emotional detachment, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? Oh, it's the brand spanking new one. Oh, we should go it soon. Man, our back recently is getting so much stronger. Definitely from the pull-ups. The pull-ups are definitely what is helping the back get stronger. Probably because it's calisthenics. I think my back's one of the, back in my old day, my back was actually one of the most lacking kind of muscles. It took a while to get the back muscles there because there's really the only way to really get back muscles. Oh, shut up! Wait, shut up, man! Shut up. Yeah, okay. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, one of the most like annoying, not annoying. Back in the old day, back was one of the hardest things to train up, mainly because calisthenics. The only way to train back for calisthenics was literally to do pull-ups, and obviously back in my day I couldn't even do a single pull-up, so therefore I had to use the gym super lightweight. Matter of fact, I'm still using a lightweight now, but like back is definitely one of the hardest ones to train, I'd say. Maybe. Well, no, without a gym, back's definitely hard to train. What am I saying? Technically, it's not hard. No, it's not hard. What am I saying? I'm making stuff up. Oh yeah. When it comes to like editing these videos, my efficiency of these videos are a lot faster. One of the main reasons is because I barely listen to myself anymore. Before, back then, I would try curate everything I say. Well, not curate, but like I would like cut out 0.5 seconds of me not talking. But I've kind of just expanded the timeline a bit, so therefore you guys will actually get a bit of silence without it being cut. So your editing these videos are getting a lot easier because I don't really listen to myself too much. Kind of. I mean, nah. I I think it's just efficiency. Just efficiency. I only speed up the water in the workout. Yes, only agents get to see the rest of the workouts. They get to see how long I actually train. And if you wonder who the agents are, well, you gotta ask the agents. Who are the agents? Yeah, you. What was that? Sure. Damn, machine's still out of order. I don't even use it. Alrighty, ho, we've drank all the water. Let's check our weight. I'm pretty sure we're probably. I think we're gaining weight now, but I think we're gaining weight on purpose now because I'm increasing the calories. We're increasing the calories, but body fat. I'm looking at the mirror recently, and the body fat, man, I don't know. The top two abs are like visible. Depends on the day of the. Huh. 66.5. So look at that. So we're fluctuating, but we're definitely always going above 66 now. So that's something to keep in mind. We're always above 66 now. I remember a couple of weeks ago I was like, damn, 66 is so heavy, but I don't know. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Of course, in the morning, like early in the morning, it's visible. Then obviously after eating food and drinking more water, it's less visible. But then near the nighttime, maybe like before a shower or like after doing some intense stuff, it's visible. And then before I sleep, sometimes it's not as visible. It really depends. But the top two abs are still there. I got some sun yesterday. dude, the sun's so strong recently, but it's nice to get some sun every now and then. And you know, when I get sun, I basically just go butt naked. It is what it is, but you have to, right? It is what it is. It's just go naked in the sun, like a plant, because you know, there's no other way to get the sun in your body. You just have to, due to the sun being recently really strong, you kind of just got like 5 minutes and 2.5, 2.3 minutes on your sides. Oh yes, and then also one thing I do notice is that during running, I really cannot sleep. I think that's, I think that, oh yeah, yesterday I didn't fall asleep by the way. Actually, in 2 days, I haven't fell asleep recently. That's good. Stop myself from falling asleep during the day. I stopped myself from falling asleep recently in the day. I think I have one suspicion is because during our stairs, we like actually can rest and like sleep, kind of. Like when I'm on the stairs, I could like half sleep. So, you know, half sleeping for like 30 minutes. It's not bad. But during the running, man, I cannot sleep during running. I need to get my eyes open. I can't even close my eyes. Like, during, on the stairs, I could definitely close my eyes and like, you know, just go with the flow, right? But man, you cannot do that with this with running. You have to stay awake, wide eyes open. Honestly, one of the only things about the running is that it's so boring. So what am I supposed to do? I'm not listening to anything. I can hear the gym music, but I'm just that's just noise. Can't really look at it anything and everything on the TV is pretty boring and I don't even want to look at it. It's just there in my eyesight. So yeah, running is just a days of just bored waiting because I already know that I can reach the goal already. So it's like, well, I know I could easily do this now. So just jog on the spot, run on the spot, you know? But like yesterday, it was like I need to hit this goal or I'll die. Oh no, you know what I mean? Like I'll hit the goal. So that the only thing I'm thinking about is, you know, I can't lie to myself. But since I finished it today, it's like, it is what it is. You know, I can do this. Maybe I could just get a bit faster by like 2 minutes. Get a bit faster by 2 minutes. Not a big deal. I mean, we could go faster. We could go faster. Yeah, we could. There's nothing wrong with going faster. I mean, technically, if you think about it, right? In 2 days, we've went from it being nearly 50 minutes back to around 36 to 38. Like when we first did this running, right? It took us like 48 minutes, I think. I can't remember. 40 something minutes. And then the next day was like 38 minutes, and then today is like 36 minutes. So I bet if we go faster, like if we go 11 speed, it will probably be like 34 minutes. So yeah, but I think 10.5 speeds. I like 10.5 speed. Maybe we'll get faster slowly, but definitely only around 6. It's only like less than 10 minutes of extra time. So not a big deal. Not a big deal. What else is there to talk about? Nothing really else to talk about. Oh, we haven't talked about topic because we've just been recently talking about that. Ah, what else is there to talk about? Yes, we haven't done hunting in a while. Mainly, I think the reason we haven't done hunting recently is because of the regime, 100%. Trying to get that body into the regime a bit. So, haven't gone hunting in like this entire week. Just haven't. Mainly because this I don't really have an excuse. I could just say that I'm training, right? But I'll train regardless, even if I hunt. Haven't really checked the tide or the wind. Haven't even bothered going to the pier. I'm sure there's like a lot of reason, small little things on why we haven't gone to the pier recently. Maybe it's because of that speed camera guy. I'm like, what a. Nah, I don't really know. There's no excuse. Don't really have an excuse. I've just been like up to something else, I guess. I guess my dopamine for the pier fishing is down. So my dopamine for getting the training done, the new regime is like, yeah, new things, new regime, my new dopamine will, attack it. Is there any topics to talk about? Oh, there are some. It's not really like sad topics because it's not really sad, but could talk about like human emotion stuff. Recently, okay, shut up, bro. Just do this one's all rusty. Okay, I've got the better one. Alright, I'll talk about some stuff soon. Shut up. One thing in the treadmill is that the sometimes the snot or like the drizzle of snot is annoying, but I just have to wipe it away. It is what it is. Okay, cool. So what was I talking about? There's a lot of random topics to talk about. Okay, definitely sometimes on the treadmill, the snot is a bit annoying, but it's because I'm breathing with my nose. What else did I talk about? Oh yeah, recently students have been pretty docile. Ain't too much about the students. A lot of complex problems that I really couldn't help them with. Like, for example, if I remember correctly, there was a student that was talking about, what was he talking about? It was something so dumb that I not. It was something so complex I really couldn't comment or help on it. It was like something to do with like. I mean, we've already gone through the topic of like girlfriends, right? I think you guys already got the gist of my logic on that, right? You know, context on what the girlfriend is. What is it? How do you define the girlfriend? Yeah. Is there anything else? There's something a student said, but I really can't remember. It was just something so helpless. I'm like, wow, I can't help you. So I didn't even comment on it. It is what it is. Can't remember. What else did it talk about? Speaking of speaking of like girlfriends, yeah, no, just what is it to say, huh? Context matters. It's nothing really to talk about. Oh yeah, I guess we could talk about like the human kind of mundane. Did some human research recently, like yesterday, not recently, yesterday. It's basically about how it's so pointless. Look, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. I mean, I could talk about the research I did yesterday, right? What was the research I did yesterday? Research was that concluded that pretty much, I guess you could say in my ecosystem, right? Defining a girlfriend doesn't work because since I know that there's so many variations, there's no real one to select. And talked about like crafting one, like malleable, craft one, and then make it replaceable. So basically, like a droid robot, very out of human emotional touch. But logically speaking, right? If I didn't have any like, if I wasn't human and I said all that stuff, it is logical and makes sense. But then I guess because it's humans, oh, you have to be emotional or something, something like crafting one from scratch. Like you, instead of like, well, technically, you if you have options and you choose it yourself, you are crafting it to a degree as well. Any small mistake or kind of errors or dissatisfying qualities or attributes, you just leave it, replace it for a new one. So, to a degree, in my conversation with yeah, my conversation, technically I'm right. Even if I'm not crafting it, technically I'm still crafting it to a degree because just replace anything that doesn't meet expectations, but then also expectations change because of the variation. But then also at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, what's the use? What's the primary use? What, lust? Human emotion? No. Well, what's the other use? Kids? I don't know. I saw like that, saw that, I read something, right? And it's just like, oh, cool, dopamine lust for like, what, 30 minutes? I don't know, it depends on what you do with your, and then what, and then you have kids all of a sudden in like 5 years, you have kids. But what? You don't explain anything else, that's it. What? Doesn't make sense. I don't make sense. You guys listening probably don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, this gym song's gay. I hate this one. I hate. Hate's a strong word. It's just irrelevant. So what's it talk about? Uh, Not sure what else to do. It's all about. I read the story or something, right? Two people, wow, young, and then what, like 1, 2 moments of lust. Then all of a sudden, time skip 5 years and now you have kids. But like, what? Not my ecosystem. That's like, yeah, that's the best answer from me is just it's not my ecosystem, but I can understand the appeal for most of the general population. I understand the programming. It's like, yeah, you guys got nothing else to do. Might as well just do that, right? Yeah, go. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. It's just not my ecosystem. That's really the best way I can describe it. And then when people ask, well, what is the ecosystem? I'm like, I don't I can I even explain what my ecosystem is to you? You're gonna have to sit here for like, you know what? You're better off just like watching every single video and trying to understand my ecosystem. You're better off doing that than me trying to explain to you, because you're gonna have to like, you can't just say what is my ecosystem. If they say, hey, what's your ecosystem? I'm like, my ecosystem is logical, rational, purposeful thinking. So yeah, purposeful, rational thinking, kind of stoic. It needs kind of a purpose. You know. Yeah. And then what is my purpose, you ask? Well, it's pretty simple. I already said this many times, but is make sure humans are number one species. So I will basically do anything it takes to make sure we stay on top. You know, basically make sure humans stay on top, and I'll do anything possible. So, any kind of aliens or species that, basically anything that isn't human, I will make sure to enslave them. Simple stuff, really. Genocide, eradicate, enslave. Basically, what we've done to every single animal on this planet. It's like you guys might be surprised. Oh my god, the genocide or enslaving them. Like, bro, why are you surprised about that? Look at every single animal on Earth. Are you kidding me? We've already done it. It's like people turn a blind eye. It's just like, oh, that's cruel. That's evil. I'm like, how is that cruel and evil? Look at every single animal on the planet. We've already done it. You can't be crying. We've already done it, and no one cares about the intelligence. No one cares. Look at monkeys. They're in a cage. They're in a zoo. Look at dolphins. They're in a cage, in a box. It's like people complain. No, not really. No one's gonna complain. People only complain when it's another human, which obviously makes sense, right? But when it comes to that topic, right? Like just look at the rest of the world. We've already done that to every single living species besides humans. The only reason we have these rules for humans is because we're humans. But I mean, yeah, just again, look at every single animal on Earth. The things I do and say, it's already happened to every single animal. So it's not really a big surprise. We've literally enslaved every single animal to exist. Every living species that isn't human has already been enslaved. There's already tyranny, there's already, genocide. They're animals, They're animals, no one cares. So that's why when I say, when it comes to more advanced future, right? People can say aliens, right? But I'm just going to say animals because we have to treat aliens as animals, not as, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'll deal with that when the time comes. But yeah, pretty simple stuff. That's my purpose. Purpose is pretty much just to make sure humans stay on top of the food chain. And aliens are animals, so make sure to enslave them. I don't care if they're intelligent or not. Obey or die, or like whatever. Again, it's not really a big deal because again, I don't know how many times I've repeated myself now at this point, but look at the rest of the world right now on Earth. We've already done it to every single species here, so why not do it outside as well? Just gotta make sure that humans stay on that path. No, no allies. Humans only. I don't care about tribalistic when it comes to that. Tribalistic in species. And then of course we could always talk about how due to there being no other kind of challenge or common enemy, that's why humans turn against each other for now. I understand it though, there's nothing to do. So just turn on each other for now until there's a common enemy. Is either I find one or it comes to us. But just to make sure that moment there's a common enemy, humans will reunite again and no one's going to care about colors or race. Actually, I have a good idea, actually. Not a good idea, but, people ask stuff like, well, what are you doing right now that is helping that purpose? I'm like, law. Well, what do you mean by law? Creating law. Simple as that. Simple as that. Just creating law right now. That's what I could do right now until the time comes. But so everything I do is purposeful. So just simply creating law. This video, law. I always thought about this, but maybe in the future, if something ever happens, when obviously when AI and all that stuff comes, right? They will scan the entire web. The AI will scan the media, and obviously they'll find me, and then they'll select me because obviously I'm perfectly fit for what they want. I'm like the perfect candidate. General, commander, leader. They just look at the law. I mean, I know the common human is not going to watch these videos, but come on now. Do you think humans are going to be selecting? It's going to be Skynet. And with my law building up, with all this investment I'm doing, man, I'm gonna get selected and help out my goal. They already know my purpose and goals. That's the whole purpose of this. Create law for them and see what happens. I already said that I'm gonna help humans. I already told you that I'm making sure humans stay on top. So when the time comes, I will be selected, chosen, leader, fleet, whatever. Pretty easy stuff. Emotional attachment, that's basically it. Now that ending was a bit interesting, but to a degree, that is what kind of the purpose is, creating law for them to understand and know. No one else creates law, I think. I was gonna say something, but then I remembered Sensei's quote. Well, not Sensei's quote, but remember Sensei was like saying, he said something not recently, it's been a while now, but he said something like, if someone wastes 5 minutes of your time, 4 minute, the 4 minutes was your fault. That's so smart. One more, one more, and we're done. But anyways, yeah, whatever sense he said there, so smart. You know, waste someone waste your time. The first minute you have to analyze if you want to continue. I mean, the quote doesn't make too much sense. It really depends on the context, of course, but I think his context was basically, if you're talking to someone, right? Or like arguing with someone, I think that's what he meant with his context. Like, example was like online argument or just argument in general, right? Or conflict is like, or like talk. I mean, yeah, it depends on the context, of course. I think the context is basically just talking to someone, talking to a normal person, right? It's like if you're like arguing with, I think it's like just arguing some context. Context matters so much that it makes me kind of reevaluate what I just said because it really depends on the context, depends on the scenario, really depends. Context. I think the context is like how when I first read it, I think it's just like comments or like replies or like just things. I think the context is basically just analyze who you're talking to, and you should have like 1 minute 1 minute to determine if such person is worthy of continuing to talk to. Kind of like basically just thinking if it's a lost cause or not. Ah man, I miss the word using lost cause. I used to say it all the time. I used to say that all the time when I was younger. It's like lost cause was like, but I mean with today's context, saying lost cause really depends on the context because technically, what do you mean by lost cause? Because all causes have light and dark, so that doesn't make sense anymore. When I was younger, I was like, oh, lost cause, but like, and today, if I see something like that, I'm like, ah, good, good, great. We need people like that, or we need that, or no light without dark. Not really emotional. She's like, okay, cool, that's the path they chose. I think when I was younger, when I saw like, I don't know, some gay person or something, I'm like, oh, lost cause. But now it's like, if I see it, I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is, you know? Who cares? I don't care. It's not really a lost cause, is it? Because his ecosystem's completely different. So, yeah. I think lost cause is when you're trying to like bring someone to your ecosystem. It's like, okay, this is my ecosystem. Okay, you're a lost cause. You can't enter mine. I think that's how it works, but no one can really enter my ecosystem. It's pretty damn difficult to enter my ecosystem. Is it? What is my ecosystem again? Yeah, exactly. You see what I mean? Okay, anyways, yeah. We're just talking, huh? Alright, well, training for like 2 more hours. Great. And then we're probably gonna eat like 2,000 calories. Maybe more. I'll have to reevaluate I'll reevaluate that. Alright, looks like we'll be eating 2,600 calories now. So I guess we'll be doing that. And then see how it looks. And then 2,500 if we are gaining. So, yep. 2,600. It is what it is. I guess we'll see how that goes. That's high compared to what we're eating right now, but yeah. So 2,600. Let's get to it. Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. We have got a new package today. Wait, where's my scissors? Alright, whoa, welcome to the segment of unboxing again. Boom, got the package, as you know. Oh, it's not even fully open yet. Every time I do these unboxings, I have to wipe and wash, not wash, but just spray and wipe this disc because it gets dirty because this package is dirty. But anyways, let's go for the unboxing. So, what do we have today in today's menu? Plastic wrappings, alright. Gym towels, base. Cool. 1, 2. Oh, wait. Ah, yes. There's actually 2 packages. One isn't coming today. So, of course, you got your normal gym towels. Wow, one of them is blue. That's alright. So, yeah, 2 gym towels, but the main thing is a gym ball. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it's like that size. So, it's actually, if you're wondering why we have a gym ball, it's for the regime, Alpha 3 regime. And pink's the only color they had, but, you know, it fits the use, I guess, but, oh, cool, a pink ball. This is really cheap, by the way, but anyways, yeah. The kettlebell's gonna come next time. What's the instructions for this? What is the PSI? Oh, it smells really bad. Of course it does. It's plastic. Cool, here's the gym ball. Tell me that I could use a pump for this. Don't tell me I have to use my mouth. 36 to 25. What does that even mean? Oh, perfect. Alright. Let's pump this bad boy up. Bad girl. No, what do you call it? Alright, let's do it. This work. That was kind of loud, but there you go. That's the gym ball. I think is there enough pressure? I can't tell. Alright, well, that's pretty much it for the video. There's nothing else really about it. See you guys next time when the kettlebell arrives. You're wondering how these segments work? Simple, really. There you go. Would you look at that? Disc is nice and clean.